Okay, so this is our second example for graphing a linear system. We have three lines here. We'll do this one in black, we'll do this one in blue, or excuse me, in red, and we'll do this last one in blue. I'm actually going to do the one in blue first because I see that it's a vertical line with the x's equal to, or I should say x is less than. It is a dashed line, but once again, it's easier for me with how I create the videos to come back and dash it after the fact. Okay, and now I'm not going to shade like I did in the previous example for every specific line. I'm going to wait to the very end to shade. With this one, I'm kind of a visual memory, if you will, of where the solution is going to exist. So for this blue line, I know I'm going to be shading somewhere in this area right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph the next line. So I have a slope of -1 and a y-intercept of -1. So down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. And this is a solid line. So I'm going to go ahead and graph this line. And I'm going to be greater than. So I'm going to shade in this area. So right now, as it exists, I know my shaded region is going to be somewhere between this black line and blue line where I put that x. I'm going to go ahead and erase this real quick. And then I'm going to graph this very last line, which has a y-intercept of 1 and a slope of 2. So I'm going to go up 2 over 1. I draw my line. It is equal to also, so I keep that solid line. And I'm going to be less than. So that means that I'm going to be shading less than this line. So I'm going to be below the red line. Well, we knew from the previous two, the x was right here, right? So that's where the shading was for just the two lines. Now that I have this third line incorporated, it's that same area, but I have to be below the red line. So this little triangle that I'm coloring in is the solution to this system. So if I pick any point within this shaded region, it will work for all three. So the origin is in the system. So if we do a check, and I use the point 0, 0, let's look at y is greater than -x minus 1. 0 is greater than or equal to -1. It worked. If I use it in the y is less than or equal to 2x plus 1, 0 is less than or equal to 1. It worked. If I plug it into x is less than 1, 0 is less than 1. It worked. It worked for all three, and so this shaded region we've shown or checked that that is the correct region that we should have been shading. And that's how we graph a system.